Hello. Before beginning today's topic, I'd like to share with you that you are a genius, you are smart, special, you mean the world, and you are loved. Today's topic is what is observing everything? No, I'm not talking about some weird alien species or some humanoid thing that you conceptualize that controls or sees the world. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about what aspect of you, whenever you're living your day-to-day life, you're conscious, you're awake, what is taking in this video, your laptop, your phone, whenever you're reading a book, what is taking in those words, when you're walking in the park, what is taking in, what is seeing your external life. This is a very, very fundamental break. I mean, this is like a rocket ship. If you want to think about what a catalyst is, this is the biggest catalyst, one of the biggest catalysts, and there's two for me. The reason being is when we understand what is seeing everything, the next question is, can I tweak it? Can I change that energy that's observing my external life? Because then if you do, you can be looking at a poop sandwich, but that sandwich is going to be looking really good. Now, no one go do that. That's horrible. Sorry for giving that example. But you can be looking at obstacles, walls, blocks in your life, relationship issues, debt, global pandemics, and what is taking all your that point where all the information from your five senses meets, and now you have like thoughts from about your external life. Well, even beyond that, what gives power, what gives rise to your sight, your smell, your taste, your feeling, what is that unseen hand controlling everything? If you still don't pick up what I'm putting down, let's think back to, I believe, biology, where we were taught that everything is emitting light, and the light from, let's say, a pillowcase is flying at light speed, hits my eyes, flips over, hits the back of my brain, and now it projects an image. Now I know, oh, that pillowcase is blue. So now, if we remember this, we know now that, oh, so my most interior part, my deepest self is observing all this. So the reason this was very impactful to me was because I had that huge epiphany that almost took my socks off, and I said, wow, so it's like my inside, it's my interior, it's my body that's viewing us. It's not just like so much my eyes. I'm seeing that pillow that I know is outside of me, but I'm experiencing it inside. Whenever I smell something, I know what I'm smelling is outside of me. What's creating the smell is outside of me, but my internal system is processing, and it's going to tell me, oh, I like this, or oh, I don't like this. And same with all of our other senses. So the next thing for me was, okay, man, this is amazing. So everything's inside of me. So I can kind of like give a certain color to the walls, to these obstacles, to my debt, to my poor relationship. And once we wake up to that fact, then now we become a creator, because the only way to be above your environment is to be conscious. Now, spoiler, the only way to be 100% conscious is by using your heart. and later I'll dive in there and invite you to join my group of individuals, my family that live from the heart. But again, the only way to be above your environment is to become conscious. Now, there are many ways to be conscious. The brain has many tools. It has a third eye. You can use the brain to create words, similar to how I use my mouth to say words. You can also use your brain to imagine, to create an electrical sensation inside yourself. But the heart is the key, ladies and gentlemen. The heart is what we've been looking for. The heart is what's talked about in the emerald tablets, in the Bible. That Zen state, nirvana, that state of infinite awareness, but a conscious infinite awareness, much different from the mental infinite awareness, where the only way to be there is by not having thought, right? By not being conscious. So that's a paradigm, that's a paradox in itself. We're surrendering our power to the instrument that gives me the power and pray that it's going to take care of me. Well, I'll tell you what, that instrument, your mind, isn't listening to your heart or your desires, it's listening to what you have shown it most. So, in the mental and electromagnetic sense, it's listening to your past experiences and the most energetic ones. And because human beings have a neocortex that is 40% of the brain, having a negative thought signals and fires off those negative hormones, those stress hormones. So what does that mean? I have a negative thought. I start producing these negative chemicals, and the brain's going to see this, and it's going to make more thoughts corresponding to my feelings, and now we're stuck. So now I've had my first awakening. I'm awake to the fact that I can consciously think, I can do amazing things inside, but I just let that go. So that still has to get input from something. So where does it go? It goes to your memory bank. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, a refractory period is when the brain is very active and takes a snapshot. So memories are energetic entities in themselves. The most energetic memory is you're living in the confines of your most emotionally charged memory. That's science. If you want more information on this, go look up Dr. Joe Dispenza. There's also Dr. Bruce Lipton. There's neuroplasticity. There's so much information out there. You just have to go look for it. But I'm bringing it to you. You live in the confines of your most emotionally charged memory. And I will bet you that that memory is a negative one, because the response, because the size of the neocortex, by thought alone, we start releasing those chemicals. And hormones, stress hormones, is living in survival mode. What does this translate to? It translates into your body remembers those negative, stressful situations more, so whenever they present themselves again, you know how to react. So, all in all, we need to change that. We need to give ourselves signals. Because if we don't, our thoughts are going to come from our most energetically charged memory, and because of our biology, because we're such an advanced creature, it wants to survive. So it's going to remember these situations in which you were in danger. And there could be some of you saying, well, I've had a great white picket fence type of life. Well, it's funny because in these days, what causes stress hormones is when it's taking, let's say I'm a kid, when I don't have access to my iPad. Now, if you go back 1,000 years, it would be something where, like, I'm living in a cave and, there's like, excuse the metaphor, but there's a bear. Do we understand that life has changed? What releases stress hormones can very much be your coworker, always pushing your emotional buttons. So what does that mean? You're in this perpetual state of releasing those hormones, of being in survival mode, ladies and gentlemen. So this has an enduring effect on you, and when you go want to like break out of it, but you're not being conscious, you just have like this invisible, you have this you have this desire that you don't express by thoughts or by imagination or by using your heart. By default, your being only can relate to those extremely charged memories. So what is seeing everything? Well, it is that energy. It is your paradigm. It is your energy. Once you get into the heart, you start to realize it, and it becomes so clear to you what is observing everything. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I, utilizing the heart, am 100% conscious. What do I utilize the heart for? I maintain an elevated emotion of abundance, of love, something that's literally warm. This could be measured. And I'm saying I'm 100% conscious because I do this day in, day out. I turned on the light, and all I have to do is just observe my creation because it's inside my body. It's a feeling, it's an emotion that I am emotionally being attached with as I keep creating it. So now, what is observing everything? If you're making yourself feel bliss, love, right in this instant, how are you going to look at a problem? Well, you're going to look at it through the lens of what's going on inside. And if there's nothing going on inside, you're a product of your environment. You look at that problem, and you're going to try to fix it by moving your body, because that's all you accept to be, is just a body. So you're matter trying to change matter. And it should not be that way. There's a much easier way. And if you don't believe me, I invite you to join my family. My family is a group of individuals that lives from the heart and that are masters at teaching the art of living from the heart with others. This membership also comes with 2 meditations daily, a weekly meditation. Boy, I need some water. A weekly meditation and a monthly meditation. I hope you found this video to your liking, beneficial. And I just quickly remind you that what is observing everything is your internal state. And we're in the time of the new age where we can consciously create a sensation inside, and I want this for everyone. Share this video with your loved ones. Share this video with your family and friends, with your mastermind group. Comment below. What do you do to overcome problems? How do you observe them? Are you matter for trying to fight matter? Do you go above it? Do you turn inside yourself? I want to know how you overcome obstacles, and do you remember that everything travels inside, it flips over, and now we're actually experiencing all of life inside. Comment if you agree. Comment if you disagree. I hope to see you on the brighter side. Goodbye.